Hi, my name is Ashley Stroud, and I am a teacher and also a student at Cameron University. I would like to go over a literacy strategy with you that you can use at home to improve your child's literacy skills by reading with your child daily. Okay, I'm going to tell you how you can use active reading to make stories fun and engaging, and how reading will improve fluency, comprehension, and increase your child's vocabulary. Okay, so the active reading strategy. So the A is for ask questions. You can ask questions before, during, and after reading. And this will help to keep your child engaged. The C is for connect. Connect new information with what your child already knows. You can do this by using your child's personal experiences, other stories that they have read, and world events. T. The T is for track down important information with key points, main ideas, and the supporting details. I. The I is for infer. This means to read between the lines, to find meaning that isn't stated in the text. V. The V is for visualize. So help your child learn how to make a picture in their mind while you read to them. E is for evaluate. So form opinions and judgments about what you have read. Okay, so reading, create a print-rich environment at your home. So start by creating a print-rich environment by having a variety of books for your child to choose from. Or you can go to your local library to check out books. You can have your child look through the books at the library. They can read there, or you can take them home, and you can get an idea of the type of books that your child is interested in reading. And so it will be more fun if it's a story that they like. You can also make reading fun by changing your voice for different characters. This will help keep your child's attention. Okay, so you can also point to words as you read. And so this will help your child follow along, and then they can see how to read those words that they might not already know. Okay, so read daily to build a love of reading for your child. Okay, so here are some ways to engage in reading. So talk about the story before you read, while you read, and then again after you read. Discussing the story will help build your child's vocabulary and their comprehension. Before reading, have your child make predictions about what the story will be about. So they can make predictions based on the title of the book and then the picture on the front of the cover. They can look through the book a little bit, look at some of those pictures, and see what they think that the story is going to be about. And then during reading, go over any new vocabulary words that your child doesn't know. So stop and answer those questions if they don't understand something that's happened or they don't understand what a word is. And so then that'll increase their vocabulary. So they'll be learning the meaning of new words that they didn't already know. Okay, and then after reading, discuss the story by going over who the characters are. So that's who is the story about, who was in that story, what the setting was. So that's where did the story take place? What time of day was it? Was it morning, night? And was there more than one setting? And then the details of the story, such as the problem, solution, and then the main ideas. So what was this story all about? Okay, connect. You can make connections between your child's life and the story. So discuss ways that the characters in the story are similar or different from your child's. This will make reading personal and relatable, which will help strengthen your child's understanding. So if they can connect with those characters, kind of put themselves into the story, that'll make it more fun and engaging. So find a good book. Some books that your child might like and even relate to are The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which is a series of children's novels about the humorous adventures of a middle school boy named Greg. There's The Babysitter's Club. It's about a group of friends and their issues growing up, and they create a club to babysit. And then young readers might like The Funny Adventures of Junie B. Jones. So there's all kinds of good books out there that your child will fall in love with. So go out and read. Have fun reading with your child. Actively engage in stories. We'll create a positive and supportive environment that will also create a love of reading for your child while improving their literacy skills. Okay, so before I go, I wanted to kind of go over how it looks with this book I have called Pig the Rebel. So we can look at the cover and kind of predict, that the character's name is Pig, which looks like it's going to be a dog. So it looks like he's probably going to be our main character. And he's a rebel. So what's a rebel? Does your child know what a rebel is? So they can use their prior knowledge, and so we can kind of look through and see if they can decide what a rebel might mean. Look for any words they don't understand. So some words you might go over for this particular story will be rebel, which is a rule breaker. Your kids can use their prior knowledge and connect with this character over any rules they may have broken. And so they can identify with this character. Some other vocabulary in here would be disobedient, chaos, lesson. So those are some words they might not know. Okay, and so these are all things you can do before you read. Just get an idea of what this will be about, make predictions, and then during reading. Okay, so you can use expression while you read, make up different voices. Like when this dog right here is talking, you can use like a deep voice, and that'll make it fun. Okay, and then stop and discuss anything they don't know. Um, If there's something they don't know, stop right there, discuss it, make sure they understand. And this will help with their comprehension at the end of the story. Okay, and predictions. You can make predictions while you read. So I'm going to turn to this first page. Okay, you can see. Ask your child, what is going on here? So you've got your dog Pig. Looks like he's got a surfboard into the TV. He has spilt motor oil all over the floor and the rug. Looks like there's a turkey in here. Okay, so looks like he's uh made some bad choices. And here it says, Pig was a pug, and I'm sorry to say, after years of his antics, it was now time to pay. Yes, Pig was condemned to a fate oh so cruel. It was time for the dreaded. Okay, so you can talk about this page. Maybe your child doesn't know antics. And so you can tell them, what that means. And then ask them, what do you think is going to happen on the next page? And so you turn the page and he goes to obedience school. Maybe they didn't know what that was. Maybe they predicted he would have to just go outside, but no, he's going to obedience school. So you can see if their prediction was correct or not. And then talk about this lady, obedience school. Does it look like a good place to go or a bad place to go? I would guess not so good because this lady doesn't look very nice. And then so it just kind of has a whole list of different things here that are not good choices. And so then at the end, discuss the theme. So the theme would be, not making good choices. This pig, the pug, he didn't make good choices. And so his actions sent him to obedience school. And so at the end, he had to learn his lesson to make better choices. And so kids can relate to that. Like they all make mistakes, but we can fix them. And then, there's more of these books, so they might want to check out some other ones and see what else this crazy dog gets into. But I hope you guys have learned a lot in this video and can go out and read with your kid and help them master those reading skills. But that's all I've got for today. Thank you. Bye.